Hey. Sad.
Looking a little down. Right.
Yeah. It's been a bad week.
It has been a bad week. It has been a very bad week. Howdy, y'all. I'm Mr. Holga.
And I'm Todd Puckett.
And this is Don Deuce Photo Equipment.
Mm-hmm.
And these are electric cameras.
Electric.
We're
So,
not.
we are
No child will
fire-
be hurt with these candles.
Fire code compliant.
Right. And if you don't mind, we're going to pay our.
This is
our
what these are for.
We're going to pay our respects
Right there. There we
for
go.
our beloved.
The passing.
The passing of. I think we're going to talk a little bit louder.
Historical. Well, yeah, we can't do that all the time. It's
It's the end of an era. Hopefully that actually even got on the recording. It is, and I'd say end of an era, but it's just another ending, as life is.
It's another just smash in the face with a brick bat moment.
Yes, as much as we love film,
And we love film.
and we do love film. It always happens that we get a film that is discontinued, and just as we recorded the last episode, the news came out, which was
the passing of Fujifilm Pro 400H, 35 and 120.
gone.
Well, two stages,
Nixed.
but mixed, nada.
But they're not going to produce. No more production. No more production.
Well, okay. Can we technical for a second?
Yes, you can.
Okay, technical.
Technically, you can.
35 millimeter is completely gone.
It's done.
There's not even any at the.
There's no
headquarters.
stock.
There's no stock. There's no making it. There's no nothing. So that's dooey.
Now, mind you, we're only talking about, just to make sure we don't worry about it, we're only talking about Fujifilm Pro
400H.
That's the only film we're talking about.
Not the whole company.
or not the rest
Fuji's
of the,
doing
not the rest of the film world.
Great.
Just this one film.
Because of cosmetics, but the film side.
So 35 millimeter.
Yeah. But 120,
Yeah.
they will continue to make for a few more months.
Yeah.
Until it runs out at
At
Or
the
the
end of the year. End of the year.
Yeah, well, that's what they say. So
Yeah.
I imagine it's going to just be sucked right up. And
I imagine so, because you've already told me about some very interesting phone calls you've been getting. So
Yes.
His
Yes, mourning the
and his,
passing.
we were looking at the last video. As a matter of fact, I might put a shot of the last video there.
dude,
You will have seen this entire section behind my head, full,
stacked
full.
up to here.
completely full.
I had this box filled, and I had one up here on top of it just to highlight that, as though I knew what was going on.
But no, it's just gone. It's like it vanished overnight.
All the film that I had up here was gone Friday by the end of the day. And then I found a few more rolls of it on the floor and put it up there and sold that all Saturday. And so all gone. But
so let's talk about Fujifilm. It's Fujifilm Fujicolor Pro 400H.
yes,
It was created in 2004. It was launched in 2004, and
which is amazing.
It made it all the way to 2001. That's a pretty good run for film.
It is, but I thought it'd been around much longer than that.
No, just 2004.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
it was their professional color negative film from Japan. It was the replacement for the NP series of films. I don't remember the NP series.
Yeah, it was NPS, NPH, and NPZ.
Well, I have an S, a
160.
C, an H, and a Z.
Yeah, the
And I was gonna quiz him on this.
S is 160, the H is 400, and the Z is 800.
Okay, but online I found out that the S was for short exposure.
Ah,
The C is for high contrast. Which the H was for daylight balance, and so was the Z.
okay.
The H and the Z were both daylight
High
balance.
speed though.
Yeah.
I mean 800 speed.
Yeah.
And
of course, the film was geared toward wedding photographers, portraits, fashion, and commercial photography.
And I mean, we are just at the beginning of the wedding season
Yeah.
in the DFW area, and there's a large group of wedding photographers who shoot film who are mourning its passing as well.
I always amazed when I'm in here, and of course I'm always amazed at the fact that I found the place again. But when I'm in here, and you have wedding photographers who will walk out with a brick of film.
Oh,
In 120, and I'm like, wow, what are you shooting? And they're like, a wedding, and I'm like, and it's
and
like
20
wow,
rolls is
who
not
wants
all,
who wants a wedding
A
on
lot
film?
of people.
These people have
a lot.
customers
It's,
who want.
it's a huge following.
Yeah.
And I mean, some of them will walk out of here with 50, 60 rolls of film.
It's and they definitely get a Whataburger bag. Yeah.
Yes. Well, when I have them,
when you have
they
one.
get Whataburger.
When you have one. So yes, it originally had 4 emulsions: Pro 160, 160C, excuse me, 160S, 160C, 400H, and Z. The colors are generally cooler than the Kodak Portrait film. So of course, Kodak Portrait is their main competitor, which fortunately, Kodak Portrait is still here.
I have, well,
boatloads. He has boatloads, and leave it at boats. Leave it at boats.
The other is a technical term. It truly is an actual technical term.
But we're not going to explain that to the kids.
Yeah,
no.
yeah, because then they'll never stop saying it.
All other Fujicolor films were discontinued in 2009 due to low demand. So all those other brands, you know, the S, the C, the H, those were all gone as in 2009. So only really the 400H survived. Now,
technically?
Yeah.
Technically?
Yes. Technically. He's getting technical again.
Fujifilm still makes Pro 160. But they only sell it in Japan.
Yes.
Only sell it in Japan. That's it. They do not sell it to the U.S.
We're not good. We're not good enough for their film.
No. La-di-da. You know. Well, but you know, so it's still made, but only for the home country of Japan.
Right.
Which is, you know, it's their company, it's their film. They can do what they want.
Formats were 135, 120, and 220. When was the last time you sold new 220 film?
I never sold new 220 film.
Not very many people want new. Not many people want 220 film because there's not many 220 cameras out there. Very few.
No, and also it takes. What a lot of people do not understand is you don't use the same machines to make the 120 and 220 film.
Yeah, this is the same machine.
The 220 film machine is actually twice as long as the 120 film. So it takes up far more space, a lot more money. And that's, again, why they discontinued it, because the cost of making it versus people buying it are just not enough. Let's see here. But I did have 100 rolls of used 220 film. Yeah. And I'm down to like 10 rolls.
I mean, people were going to use it.
Oh, I mean, yes. So the heck out of it.
The Fujicolor Pro 400H was bright, colorful, and fine-grained 400 speed.
Mm-hmm.
Improved skin tones, more accurate color reproduction, better shadow details, wider exposure latitude. Now this was the one that I was like, I had to read it 2 or 3 times before I could figure out what's going on here. And of course, featured new peel and stick backing paper. And I'm like, and of course, every time I heard peel and stick, and I was thinking of 135, I'm like, peel and stick, 135. And then of course, when I typed it, backing paper, backing paper. That last little piece of paper that you have to lick. It's horrible.
When you get down to the very end, you lick it and then you roll it up so that it doesn't go. Like that.
So it doesn't lose, or a rubber band. But that was all right. Well, 2004 to 21, that's not a bad run. I mean, that's pretty good because I was looking at some past films.
Okay, but here's the deal, though.
Yeah,
it didn't stop because it wasn't wanted.
Oh yeah, they wanted it.
That people, I mean, it's still Kodak Portrait is the #1 seller. But there was a huge following for the 400, the P400H, Pro 400H.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the lack of demand that it stopped. It's the inability to get certain materials for it. And that's why it discontinued, because they were having a hard time getting the production right. They were having a hard time keeping up production for the demand that they had. So it wasn't lack of demand. It was lack of the ability to get the materials for it. That's why it discontinued. So maybe one day they will sit there and find some other replacement materials.
Yeah, they'll find a replacement they need and make it all over again. Because now, as we'll find, some films go away and they come back.
Yes.
They just go away
and come back. Rise from the dead.
Speaking of which, and before I get into this list,
you're sitting there going like this today.
I understand. That's fine. Well, I have to read. Although I made it. Actually, you know what? I made it big enough type I can read it without this.
Oh yeah, right. Get your old man glasses out.
So we last week talked about, or not last week, the last video we discussed, which I'm going to put that video above his head.
Yeah, what did we discuss?
We discussed new films from Kodak, and we of course asked. We asked for comments. Said, "What film would you like back?" I of course said I wanted the VC or the NC, natural color, vivid color. And you know what? Somebody blindsided me with something great. They said, "I want Kodachrome." I'm like, why didn't I think of Kodachrome?
The Great White Whale.
Yes, that is the Great White Whale.
Go for it, Moby.
But what I was ultimately thinking is what that Kodak could do is create a film and essentially call it Kodachrome.
Oh yeah, but
So
you know,
it will never be the same.
everybody will come out and say it's not the same.
No, that they will, but
Yeah, I know. You don't use mercury to
but
cure it.
it's a brand name that you can't just let go. I mean,
know.
it's
Well, it's funny because they've got huge amounts of advertising. They got shirts with Kodachrome on it. They got hoodies with Kodachrome on it.
they've got a song.
Well, they had the song, and it's not a new song, but yeah, they have
They've
a
got a
movie.
song.
If you're going to be like that, they had a movie.
They had a movie. That's pretty cool,
Had all
right?
that
They had a
stuff.
movie.
Movie, songs. Man,
Yeah.
Kodachrome was rocking it.
So this is not the first time.
It's still gorgeous. I mean, 50 years later, you pull out a Kodachrome slide.
We were looking at some
Gorgeous.
slides today. We were cleaning up a little bit
120.
today. We got some 120 slides, and those were gorgeous.
They were fun.
They were
fun.
vivid colors. It was
Yeah.
wonderful, and I didn't see whether or not they were Kodachrome, but they had to.
They were easily from the 70s,
Yeah.
70s.
Late 60s, 70s, something like that.
Something.
It,
It was
you know,
just big old, huge negatives.
it was wonderful.
Yes.
So past films. Now, this isn't the first time that a film has left us. I'm just going to kind of skip around the list here. Fujifilm specifically, Neopan.
Yep.
I mean, it looks like a lot of Neopans ended in 2012. Neopan 400 Professional 2014. 1600 2010. The one you mentioned, Fuji Supra 200, that lasted in 2017.
Yeah.
That was a good film, right?
Yes.
Oh, and the
Supra.
Fujicolor.
Superior.
Fujicolor 400, 2017. The Superior, the here we have the ones that we have. We have the Instant Color FP 100C and the FP 3000B. The color ended in 2016.
Those had only started in 2003.
Yeah, they had only started in 2003.
know.
But that's the hey, Wikipedia would not lie to
No,
me. They
no.
would not.
So okay, if it's Wikipedia, it has to be true.
All those $5 contributions at the end of the year, they have to be
It
right.
has to be right.
They have editors.
I guess what I'm thinking of is just like the Type 55 and all of that. That's been around.
Those have been a
been
while.
around
They were
for a
longer,
long
but
time.
the FP 100C and the FP 3000B,
Yeah.
those had a short run. 2003 to 16. That's only 13 years,
Yeah.
10 and 13 years respectively. So that's not very long, but yet it made such an impact.
I still ain't learned that, but yeah, but it's
He
interesting.
still has a thing.
I know.
This is one I found interesting is the Ilford photo. Now, Ilford photo, I was looking at their history of films that would actually have left us.
But did it take? Yeah.
Ilford HP. And now HP 5 Plus is one of my favorite films. I'm like, oh, HP.
Yeah, but you know
Originally
what?
created, yeah.
Go ahead, man.
Originally created 1935 to 1939. That's only 4 years.
4 years. 4 years. But you know what the P stood for?
What?
Plate. It was glass plate.
Oh.
That's why.
Those are glass
HP,
plates?
High-speed glass plate.
Interesting, because
Yeah.
then it was followed
HP.
up by HP 2.
Yeah.
39 to 41,
I think
only
somewhere
2
in there
years.
it became film.
HP 3, 1941 to 69. That's 28 years. That was
Yeah.
a long run for them.
Yeah.
HP 4 was 65 to 76, only 11 years.
Well, they even overlapped 4 years.
A little bit. And then we have an HP 5 that went from 76 to 89. That's 13 years.
Yeah.
But then there's an HPS, and I didn't know what the difference there. And that one was a good 44 years from 54 to 98.
No, you said that. Yeah. See, HP
But now-
76 to 80. So what do they have now?
HP 5 Plus.
Plus.
I mean, but these films, they come, they go. They come, they go. And, there's
They
an evolution
evolve.
there. It
Yeah.
has to happen.
Yeah. And the last I heard from somebody from Milford, they said that HP 5 is probably as good as they're going to get. They can't improve it much more.
I love it. I actually like
Yeah.
HP 5.
Oh,
It's got a wonderful grain to it. It's
It's my
fantastic.
top-selling black and white film.
It's a great film.
Yeah,
As a matter
35.
of fact, I need to get some for the Holga Week winners.
Yes. Oh, that's right. That's right.
Now on the Kodak front, Verichrome. That was from 1931 to 56. That was an orthomatic black and white film.
Yeah. See, whenever you're back there, film that came and for Ilford,
Yeah.
Ortho. Ortho was in the 100 years ago, and that's not what they originally made
okay.
a lot of the movies with, was the Ortho film. And then it switched over to a different base texture and everything.
Okay.
And Ortho hung around, I think, in only like 4x5 or something.
Yeah.
And then a few years ago, Ilford brought it back into 35 and 120 and 4x5 and 8x10. So it had been gone for a long time and then returned.
Also Kodak black and white, the Super XX. I loved that one. I didn't get to shoot that, but I loved the Super XX from 1940 to 1992. It was a high-speed film.
Well, you know, it kind of took its place.
What?
CineStill BXX.
Okay. You see, there's always something is
Different.
replacing something else.
Yeah.
Plus X Pan from 1954 to 2011. That was a medium speed pro film.
I think that's what Cat Labs is sort of based on.
Could be. And then we have Technical Pan from 1984 to 2004.
Yeah, and I actually have some used Tech Pan here.
Yeah. No, that's Kodak black and
out
white.
of date, not used.
So back to Kodak Color, we have the Kodachrome, which went from 1935 to 2009, and of course it ended development in 2010 because Dwayne's said no more chemicals. That was it.
Well, I think Kodak told them no more.
That's fine. That's fine.
But I've actually visited Dwayne's. Decades ago, I want to say. Whenever I'd go and do the camera shows, drive up to the St. Louis and the Kansas City camera shows.
Okay.
And this was in Wichita.
I forget where Dwayne's is.
Went to a camera show at that location, and then somebody from the area said, "Hey, we'll go over to Dwayne's, and they're famous for all blah blah." And I said, "Okay, sure." So I went over there to Dwayne's. It's a place kind of like this, except bigger and more junk. Treasures. Treasures. Wonderful treasures. But it was about
it's valuable treasures.
It's valuable treasures.
Kodacolor. Now, there are many different brands of Kodacolor, but essentially Kodacolor film, Kodak Kodacolor, from 1942 to 97. There was Kodacolor X2, there was 400, there's HR, VR, there was gold, all sorts of different flavors. And, they all had their year periods because they're always trying to slightly, they might
chemistry
overlap.
Changes,
but there's just many
changes.
Different things. I mean, ultimately, if you're in a business to make something, you want to, first of all, you made it. And the best way to make money is to find out how you can make it cheaper. And if you can't make it cheaper, maybe you can make it better and raise the price or something like that. So, there are ways to increase. And, film companies have got to do this.
Yes.
You have to innovate to survive. There's just no way around it. Ektar, it says here from 1989 to 1997. There's Ektar 25, 12500, and now there's... and 1000. What do you got here?
100.
Now it's Ektar 100.
Ektar 100.
It's brought back as Ektar 100. And then, of course, there's my favorites, which is the Portra NC and the Portra VC, which were 1998 to 2011 and 2010, respectively.
Yes.
I miss those films. I love those films.
Yep. Natural color and vivid color. The NC VC.
Yes. They're going to be missed. Now, there are some brands that I didn't go really into their specific films, but the fact that we had different brands that have come and gone, like Agfa, for example. It's like
it's around in different
It's a little bit. Somebody's bought the name. Somebody's kind of doing some stuff with it.
Things are being done under its pretenses. Chemistry still around.
Elke,
yeah.
and they're from Croatia. Essentially that was gone in 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Photon, which was from 94 to the 90s. That was in Warsaw. I only went for the big names here. This is one that I don't even see that they produced films, but I liked it. It was called Gigabyte Film.
Gigabyte.
That was the name of the company. That was the brand. Gigabyte Film. Okay.
I can see Film Photography Podcast making fun of that one.
Gigabyte
You
Film.
ever want to listen to them?
Yeah, I have before. They're good guys.
Gigabyte.
Yeah. Lucky Film. Only sold in China.
Wasn't very lucky.
Film. No, it wasn't.
Gone.
And Rolly Film.
Rolly? Yeah. There's like one Rolly thing around, 400 something. Yeah, but the rest of it's all gone. Other things that have gone.
Now this has been a lot of a downer, but let's bring it up a little bit because with everything that is left, we've gotten some stuff. I mean, because when I started heavily shooting, when I started saying, what, I want to shoot more professional photos.
I thought you were going to say something else.
Yeah,
okay.
When I wanted to get serious about photography, and that was just at the turn of the century here, yes, I wanted to shoot. I wanted to shoot medium format. I wanted a bigger negative because I wanted a better picture. Okay,
the bigger the negative, the better the picture.
I bigger, better, more is what I thought, and that's why I went. And of course, at the onset of me trying to shoot, that's also the age when digital started getting a little bit better. It's like you're torn between the two. So I have been shooting my entire, semi-professional, amateurish, whatever, of photography, knowing that film is just going to go away. It's going to disappear at any moment, but yet, kind of hasn't.
No, not only.
And with that said, what have we gotten in? I'd say the last 20 some odd years, we've gotten Polaroid Impossible, which is now Polaroid again. All
Yep.
right. And we've
Yep.
gotten
And
Instax.
it's completely different formulas.
It is.
Because they had to start from scratch. Polaroid did not give them the formula,
Nope.
and because they
Or
can't-
the machines or the
No,
warehouse.
they got the
They
machines.
got some of the machines,
They
but
got
they
the
didn't get the
machines.
formula. All right.
but they didn't get the formula. That's in the Netherlands. They bought the company in the Netherlands
Right.
that was intact, and then they hired the people that had worked there, and that used them to create the new stuff.
Mm.
And that's why for years you had like the impossible blue or gold, because it was just like they were just coming out one tone.
There's also Instax. We got an Instax.
Instax Mini,
Mini.
Square, Wide.
Yes. And, they come in interesting borders. They come in black and white.
Yeah, not as creative as impossible.
Brand new
Board,
cameras.
but
They
still
make brand new cameras.
brand new cameras. That's the beauty of it. too.
Brand new film cameras. Because recently Nikon said that the F6 is no more.
No mas.
They're not going to make any more.
See,
so that was the last professional.
I was sitting there trying to figure out,
35mm
are they
camera.
still making? No, they're not making it. And
No.
it's like, no, now they are making it. Now they stopped. And it's like, how
Were
do you-
they? Weren't they?
Were
Were
they? Were they? I mean, how do you know? I mean, it's like you can never figure that part out.
I understand it was the last Nikon. I mean, it was a great camera, but it was still pretty. It wasn't as the same quality as you would expect from like.
Oh, F6 was awesome.
Well, I understand
I
it
didn't
had a
know.
lot of features, but
Yeah.
it didn't have the same. I don't know,
Of the-
metalish
yeah.
body. I mean, it was a
No.
lot of plastic
It was
to it.
it was plastic and guts and it was
Yeah.
a lot more. But man, it was electronics and whiz bang. It was
Yes,
space
it
age
was
technology.
probably
stuff.
the best film camera. It was clearly the last one. So it's unfortunate it's gone. But Instax making cameras is kind of cool. And of course, I think there's some impossible cameras being made too.
Yes, the one steps.
Right.
Well, I look over there and it's still over there.
And Burger Film.
Burger.
Burger Film.
I just got 100 rolls of 120
Yeah, that's good.
and 100 rolls of Cat Labs 120.
Cat Labs is
So
next on the list.
restock.
Cat Labs film. And here's
Which
one.
is Cat Labs is based on an old Kodak, rumors,
Yeah.
whatever it actually is. If Cat Labs sees this, give us a shout out. But it's based on an old Kodak that Kodak let the
patent formula, whatever.
go.
Yeah. I mean, Film Washi. Love the fact that Film Washi is a new
Film
film.
Washi rocks.
Of course, they had a date here of starting in 2013, so it makes me. He's been doing this a while.
He's been
and
doing
just
it
building
a while,
and building.
and a lot of it was just local. I mean, like within, and then it just grew and grew, and people over here started hearing about it, and somebody told me about it. And
Yeah.
I looked and researched about it, and then I became his first distributor in the U.S. about it. So yes,
He's number one.
Numero
Number
uno.
one.
not only was I the first to carry it in the U.S., I was the first to have a Film Washi workshop in the entire world.
Yes.
Now, what does that get me? Nothing.
Not even a T-shirt. Doesn't even get a T-shirt.
Not even a T-shirt. Not a mention in WikiLeaks or Wiki whatever about
No.
it. Wikipedia.
No.
Yeah.
They
nothing.
should be linking to that video where we had him in here.
Yes.
And as a matter of fact, I'll put a link to the video above Todd's head there of the Film Washi. I mean, it was great to talk to and listen to. So
you're talking
you
about
should check it
someone
out.
who knows the insides
Yeah.
and outs of the behind the scenes film.
Mhm.
That's the man. And he knows it and will tell you. Whereas a lot of people in Kodak and Ilford and all the other companies, they know it, but they won't tell you. Well, that's
and
company secret.
lastly, for new films, obviously it's the Kodak 2 mystery films that we were told we were
Yes.
going to get this year. So
two films.
two,
coming
we don't
out
know what they are.
for
One of them could be Kodachrome.
no. They've already don't tease.
Don't get their hopes up.
People out there going, ah. No.
Panic attack.
Yeah, exactly. It's not true. It's not true. Although the passing of the great film of
We
Pro 400H.
will miss Pro 400H.
We have an event photographer here who's going to be taking some photos of this moment here. So if you want to go ahead and do this, we can do it right now. And he should have been already. Get his camera out. Oh no!
You can't take pictures with the lens cap on.
Oh yeah. I know. Well, hold on. Let's see. This is a. All right. He's got a. Yes, come on. Now, do you have a flash? You turn the flash on. Let's see here.
Oh,
Yeah,
look at there.
We're going to turn the flash on. And this up, ready, look. Whoops. Oh, it probably is not. There we go. Oh,
Now I'm blind. Now I can't see anything.
Yes. We wanted it to commemorate. And the camera was actually a Minolta AF
Ooh.
point and shoot camera with film.
With
Don't know
film.
what film, but it's probably out of date film. Expired film. So
It
now we
could
have this
happen.
moment memorialized on film.
On film.
Analog.
The missing
analog.
film is,
But this has just been, it's just funny and sad and strange at the same time, because it was just like getting hit in the head with a bat. I mean, it was just weird, because
the week was going along fine, and then boom,
hunky dory was rolling along, and then somebody on the internet, Thursday, was it Friday or Thursday? I don't know. One of the days put out a press release, but it said March of 2020, and I'm going, it's false. It's false.
That's not right.
It's not right. It's not right. And then, so Friday rolls around, and I'm getting phone calls. Do you have Pro 400H? Yeah. And, I spent November, December building up film.
Stocking up.
I had over 300 rolls of this stuff, and, 50 or some odd rolls of the 35.
Mm-hmm.
Wiped out. And on Friday.
Gone.
And I had sent an email to my connection with Fujifilm, and they stated yes. So get over it. No, they did not say that. They said yes. 35 and 120 are
You're
gone.
done. You're done.
You're
You've
cut
been cut off. No more.
Yep. Get
Be
away.
gone with you.
Get away from the bar.
Would you like to buy some of this other film now?
No. Would you like to buy a digital camera that makes it look like that? And I'm like,
No.
I don't want to do that. But I did verify that it was. But here's the deal. And I was just going to tell you.
Yeah.
I had, I think, close to 300 rolls of that stuff up here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of people were calling from all over. Guy calls up and goes, I'll take 1,000 rolls if you got it. Never talked to this guy before.
Ever.
He didn't even know I existed until somebody told him about me.
Yeah.
I got 300 some odd rolls up, or 300 rolls up here.
And he wants to just buy you out immediately.
Buy it out immediately.
At regular price.
Regular price. And so I'm sitting there going, sorry, no, I'm not going to do that. I have had a group of film shooters, wedding film photographers in the DFW area for years now that have come into my store. And it actually started, the whole process of me building up my film foundation
For them
was the Pro 400H. There was a low production of it at the moment, and I found a source where I get 200 rolls in at a time. So I would order 200 rolls Monday, get it Thursday,
Order
sell
more.
all 200 rolls of it out.
Wow.
By Saturday, repeat. Monday, Thursday, got it in. Friday, Saturday, sold all 200 rolls out. For several weeks, I sold 200 rolls of that film out every week to the DFW film wedding photographers. And then once they knew that I had it and I could get things, they said, well, I'm going to stop calling blank company. And
I'm going to stop ordering it online. They just came in here and they would get it when they needed it.
They started coming in here and buying it here at the store in person.
And that's fantastic.
And because of that, I was able to sit there and get more film of other, larger quantities of other stocks. I just started building up the entire film based on them coming in. So when this hit Friday, I set 200 rolls back for my wedding photographer shooters. And they would call up, and I know who most of them are by name.
Because they probably gave you tax forms.
Yes, give me tax forms. Or they would come in person a lot. And they would sit there and buy, 5, 10 Pro packs at a time, continuously when weddings came along. And so I set aside a block of film for my wedding shooters. And I appreciate them, and because of that, I kept it. And I did not sell it to them for like $100 a box either.
No, you didn't scalp them. No,
I didn't scalp them. No. So, but
I remember hearing the news myself, and I shot you off a little message, and I said, hey, I don't normally shoot this. Could you save me a little back? And he did save me just a little bit back. And so now I'm going to go, and go get a taste of it to see what kind of a film it was.
What he missed. Like that. Now you'll sit there and love it and go,
I probably will. I'll probably say, oh, this is the best film ever. And why did it go? And I'll have to let you guys know a little bit later. But I appreciate that because,
people come in all the time. That come in person and buy this stuff from me. I am going to thank them by having it for them here. I really rarely do mail outs, and I've done a few mail outs. And really, I started doing mailing film out with the film washi.
Mm-hmm.
I just sent 18 rolls of film to Chicago.
Yeah.
Film washi. And so I mean, it's limited on that. There's only about 4 or 5 people I've done that to. So yeah, don't call up here and ask to buy 1,000 rolls if you don't even
listen. Don't try and buy him out of something that's been discontinued. Don't ask for a Graflex speed flash thing where you can't have a lifesaver.
30,
okay?
$30
you can't have it for $5. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah. But the other call that I got that was. Shake your head on. I just ordered it online and it was $39.95. Do you price match? No, I don't. If they want to sell it at a stupid price, that's their problem.
Yeah, you and I were discussing film prices earlier today, and clearly you're not a big behemoth of a store, okay?
No.
This is a little bit, I'd say it's a mom and pop operation, but actually it's just a Todd operation. And you know what? And I keep saying this over and over again. You know, if you enjoy shooting film and you have a local shop like this, you should go support them, because if it's not for you buying film and shooting film and,
buying chemistry too.
Yes, I could go online and I could get anything that's behind me cheaper. But the problem is
not much though.
Not much here. I'm not going to be saving very much, but to come in here and spend a few extra cents or a few extra dollars, it's really not that big of a deal. Yeah. And I'm kind of securing the future of film, or at least a shop like this, because you sell more than just film. You sell other things.
But when you come in here and do that, then, and I remember who you are, then when things happen like that, I'll set a little something back for you.
Just a little something.
Yeah. So, I appreciate the in-person. And and then it's for times like that. So yes, I had several wedding photographers come in, pick up 10 pro packs, because I limited it to just the 10. They wanted to buy more, but several of them actually do buy that much normally. And so they came in and bought some. And
well, the film will be missed, and we appreciate all that you've done as far as keeping film alive for us. Yep. So, any idea what's going to fill that spot?
Not right now. I'll move the C200 down.
Okay.
And then probably get some more Instax up there, because, Instax Square 40 pack has been selling really well.
Oh, cool.
So I'll just expand the Instax and just wait to see what Fujifilm does with their next.
All right, next video. Wait to see what's actually going to go over my shoulder here.
Yes, but it was just odd timing to where we had that. I mean, I'd stacked it up and put it to where it was facing. I did it on purpose that day for no other reason. It's just because
it looked nice. It looked nice.
And little did we know.
Yeah, it's just
that this will be the last
here
time.
Today, gone tomorrow.
This will be the last time it hangs up here. Is with a reef. Oh man!
All right. Well, so that was our funeral for a friend here.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's, we will speak no more of this.
And afterwards, we're going to go lift the pint.
A pint in honor of this film.
In honor of this film, and in honor of this this video that we've done.
Yeah.
And now, one last thing of business we need to talk about.
Oh, I thought we had a couple other things to talk about.
Well, a couple, but
what did you have?
I knew at the beginning. You think I still remember? I do know that we're going to talk about the reason why you were up here today.
I was up here today. Oh my gosh. Me and Scotty were both up here. We're sweating, working for free for peanuts.
Sweating.
For peanuts.
Well, no.
Well, he bought lunch. Okay.
So he bought lunch. And we're gonna go have a dinner and lift a pint.
We were hunting down dust bunnies.
Oh my God. They gathered outside and they're building up to come back and attack again. They're
regrouping.
They're
regrouping. They're gonna get us.
And they're going to have a counterattack. But my gosh, I went out and looked at the bottom of the steps.
We were going through his boxes today.
Yeah.
And would you believe not, there's some floor space out there. I see floor space in front of you right now. This is just amazing.
You're going to scare the people.
Well, but you said once people know there's floor space, they normally bring you more stuff.
They bring me more stuff. And I know that between now and February 6th, people are going to be going, well, we heard you had floor space. So
February 6th, that date rings a bell. What is February 6th?
Holga Week?
No.
Oh.
No. February 6th. Saturday, February 6th, all day.
I call it one thing, you call it another.
But what are we calling it? Because there's a Facebook
Sidewalk Sale.
That's right. The Don's used photo equipment sidewalk sale.
Yes.
February 6th. That's
February
a Saturday.
6th, 10
all
to,
day.
10 to 3. Or
Rain
when
or
people
shine.
stop by.
Rain or shine.
Because people can still come in and just sit there and pass out money. And you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to take it. So if they're hanging around 3:30 giving me money, I'm going to stay open.
We uncovered some interesting cameras,
Yes.
some Polaroids,
Stuff and chemistry.
lenses, chemistries. We found a box of chemistry he was missing.
Yeah, well, I knew it was out there.
Well, we
Finally
found it.
Yes. And so I will have it. And believe me, we tell them what it is. Tell them what it is. Why not? It's CineStill CS41.
Yeah. Found a whole box of CineStill CS41,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I love. I was going
Chemistry,
to
the
actually
powder
do
form,
some today.
the powder form.
I haven't done it yet, but I did.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that stuff. That's
Yeah,
great.
so I am stocked on that stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. So again, I have stocked up on film, stocked up on chemistry. Now's the time to come and get it.
So we're going to have
February
some
6th,
tables set up, right?
We're going to have tables set up inside, and if the weather's good outside,
Yeah.
we'll have tables outside. We will have stuff spread out. And I mean, it's
We're
he
going to
took
have
some
a
pictures.
used bag sale. There's going to be a used bag sale.
There's-
That's going to be, we're going to want
out front. They'll just be a
price to move. They
pile
will
of
be
stuff,
priced to
pile
move.
pile of them. And no, it's not the Tamarack, for $400 one for $10.
No, it's not
It's
going to
just-
be. It's not going to be a Nikon branded bag. Okay,
No.
But
But
it's going to be a good bag. And
a
if you
pile
don't
of
have
bags,
anything, grab it.
$10 a bag.
Yeah.
Pick $10
Yeah.
a bag. There will be. You've got pictures of things.
I've got a few
So,
puters of some stuff.
Look on the Facebook page. Look on the event page.
Go check out the event page. I will be posting some photos to the event page. Go check those out. He's gonna find a lot more stuff between now and then, but we're gonna spread it out on some nice tables so everybody can see it. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be a small little event. There's no cover charge.
No
cover charge. Just come in and it'll be
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, but if people come in and start acting like it's a museum, then we're going to charge a cover charge. Oh, look, I used to have one of those.
So
No,
if
It's-
the weather's
we're
good,
doing things to sell. We're
if
putting
the
things
weather's
out to
good,
sell.
we'll have stuff outside. So if
Outside,
you really
in the
don't want to
parking lot.
come inside, we'll be outside.
Outside if it's yep. And also another thing is that I'll have a lot of help here today. Mr. Holga will be here.
I'll be here.
Yep. And Mr.
You won't know which one
Scott
I am
will be
because I'll
here.
probably be wearing a face mask.
Yeah, face mask. But you
Yeah.
can tell by his sarcastic remarks who he is.
No.
no. But you can tell by his voice. And Scott Smith will be here.
Scotty
Now,
will be here. Yeah.
Scotty. And then Xavier De La Paz will be here.
That reminds me, I know
Yes.
what the other thing is.
Oh, yes. What?
Film of the month.
Oh, yes.
What's next?
Yes. See?
We would eventually figure it out. So
Yes.
do show up for the Sidewalk Sale.
Sidewalk Sale.
Saturday, February 6th,
10 to 3
all day,
all day.
or until you stop dropping off money.
Yeah. And when you
Now-
stop dropping off money, we'll stop. And Long Star Darkroom may put something together and be up here that day too
Ooh, that'd
for
be cool.
people to drop their film off for a little special something. If you drop your film off on that day,
Yeah.
that'll be there. But speaking of film drop,
Film of the month.
film of the month.
Film of the month.
January went very well. We sold a lot of the. I did sell a lot of the Pen F, even though we got started late into it.
That's true.
Scott started late with the announcement of it. Scott actually did a video on it. He shot a roll and had Lone Star process it. Lone Star put it on the their page. Scott put it on his page, did a blog on it. And then we talked about it, and they talked about it, and everybody talked about it. And people came in
Speaking
and
of
bought
which,
it.
I'm going to put a link to Scotty's video above his head. So
Yep.
go check out that video when you get a chance.
Do
Because,
that.
he went through, he shot some nice
Yeah.
shots.
Yeah.
I don't know where he gets his models from. That's what I want to find out.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm
If
definitely
you
going to go
watch his
shoot it.
video. He'll talk about that, I think.
No, he didn't talk about
He doesn't?
where he finds models from.
Oh, well, that'll be another thing.
That's an entirely different video from Scotty.
Yeah. Now, good grief, there was
Film of the month. I keep saying Film of the month.
When you get older,
he has been off all day
when you
today.
get older, this happens. You want to grab one?
Oh,
All right, over there. Nope. Yes. No. The 120. Yes, no, yeah, hot, cold. CineStill 50D 120 film. 120. Now, we normally sell this for $13.99. $13.99. It's going to be on sale for $11. $11. And then, again, we will have the discount on the sale. Whenever you shoot it, February 1st to the 28th. So you have a few short days.
it's a short month.
Short month. You go buy it here, shoot it, turn
But
it
that's
into
only 12
star.
shots. You should be able to do 12 shots no time flat.
Easy
Easy.
peasy. And
Film of the month.
oh no.
Now he's worried that we're going to be out of focus.
well, we're always fuzzy. But anyway, the film. Now, Scott has already taken a couple of these rolls and he's shot them, and he's even turned them in, and Lone Star Darkroom has processed them. So we will have a blog about this as well at the beginning of the month. Woohoo! Instead of at the end of the month. So you can see examples of his shot and Lone Star's Darkroom's processing of it already. Well, it's already done. I guess it may be out soon. Well, by the time this comes out, you should be able to see some of it.
Right.
CineStill 50D 120 film of the month. And that's going to be...
Is it the film of the month?
This February. Film of the month.
Yeah.
And it's going to be... No, look, he confused him. He didn't know how to put it back.
I was going to worry about it now.
And so things like that. It's funny, I got an email about...
A funny email?
A funny email.
Oh, yeah, you did get a funny email.
Yeah, funny email.
And this is the one you sent to me?
Yes,
okay,
I sent to you.
Sent to me.
So,
but before we get off the film of the month,
sure.
I'm going to put a link to Scotty's YouTube channel down in the description below.
Yep,
so please go down there, check out a few of his videos as well,
check them out.
And subscribe.
Subscribe, like.
You could subscribe to us if you haven't, but you could subscribe to Scotty too.
Yeah, like, share.
Scotty Allen Photography.
Yeah, all of it. Us, them, build a community.
Yes. Okay. So, anyways, you're saying funny email.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
He's been like this all
day. Get an email that says, yes, I have a Holga and I would like to participate in the next Holga week. When is it?
Holga week.
I said, well, I emailed back and says, Holga week will always be the October 1st through the 7th of every month.
Of every year.
Yeah, not every month.
Month.
Every year. Says, because the older we get, the more we need to have something simplified so we can remember it.
Yes.
She wrote back, hilarious.
That is hilarious. That's probably one of the smartest things that I did for Holga Week. I said, look, I'm going to make it a date. I want to make it simple so everybody can figure it out.
First through the 7th, every year.
First week of October, Holga
First
Week,
through the 7th, every week, every year.
It's a beautiful time to shoot. It is. It's very easy to remember.
And we're already getting people interested in the next one. And we're still, you know what, in all honesty, February, March, April, May,
9
June,
months.
July, August, September. No.
8
months, and then you shoot. So 8 months.
8 months.
You shoot.
So you should be practicing now.
Yeah. And that's why this 50 is very cool. So people are shooting pinhole.
Yeah.
Yes, that's very cool. So you stow a few.
A nice slow film, yeah.
Yeah, do that. I don't know. I feel like there's always more stuff we need to go over.
Well, we're pretty long in the tooth today, so we're probably going to cut it off right there. Yeah, I know. So as usual, guys, please do share, like, subscribe, tell friends. We appreciate everybody. The comments last time were fantastic. I'm glad everybody added to the comments and they told us what Kodak film they wanted.
Yep.
Maybe you tell us in the comments how much you're going to miss,
much
you're going to miss.
There's a lot of people out there hating on Fuji.
Yeah, you might hate it. Well, I don't know. Just let us know. Put it down there in the comments.
Yeah. So we appreciate hanging around.
Todd loves comments.
Yeah, I do. And one day I'll read them.
Well, guys, that's essentially going to be it for us, right?
Yes. So we're just going to...
I'm just going to blow up candles here.
Yeah.
Because, this is film. It's flammable.
It is, and it's very, very...
Oh, you're just going to hit the little switch. You're not going to try and blow it out?
Caught.
All right, guys. We will see you next time.
Yep. Thanks.
Bye, y'all.
Take care. Ouch. Oh, man, it hurt.
What? Oh, you didn't do any work today.
I did. I sat.
Oh, you watched Scott and I doing work all day, so you did nothing.
Yes. I sold stuff.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and I chased the bunnies out.
Yeah, there you go.
Not the Playboy, the dust bunnies.